We're going to do a watercolour painting of blackberries, which is a technique which I'm going to show you. So the first thing we're doing is we're making these circles with the brush. You can see that I'm working the brush one way then the other, like C shapes, and that gives you a nice rounded shape. You can have half ones as well, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. And we're working to kind of a triangular shape, but you want it to look natural and rounded. Okay. I'm not going to use just black, I'm going to add a little bit of red in, just gives it more of a natural look. So I'm going to start to block the tone in, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a little circle at the top right hand corner, and I'm going to treat each of the circles exactly the same. That little circle just creates a highlight, and it makes each part of the berry just look a little bit rounded and slightly reflective. You can draw a little circle, start with if you want, and then paint round it just so you avoid it. Okay, so you're probably having a look at this because we're working on the time project. One of the themes we do is seasons, where you have to produce a detailed study for each of the seasons. So blackberries links to autumn. Okay, so we're working our way around. Doesn't matter if the tone's slightly different. Some can be slightly darker or lighter. Now there are little gaps between the circles, so they would be in shadow, so I'm just going to use a little bit of black and start to fill those in. That helps just define some of the shape, and I'll just use a bit of that black just to kind of work around some of the curves. So hopefully you can see we're getting like a nice kind of rounded look. Okay. They look nice if you build up a little grouping of these. So if I quickly do a couple more, and it's just the same technique. So we start with building up the main shapes first. And then we treat them the same. This time you can use maybe a little bit more red and choose a slightly different colour if you want to. So you can make them as kind of as bright or as dark as you want. Do these ones just a little bit quicker. Okay, we probably spend a little bit longer on those, but I think you've got the idea of what we're trying to build up. We can put a little stalk in now, kind of join these together. So you could do a painting where you do quite a few more of these. Odd numbers usually work best, so groups of 3, 5 or 7 can look really nice. Let's get a little bit of tone to this stalk, make it just look a bit more rounded. might be quite nice as well. If you want to, you can just put a background in. So instead of these blackberries just floating around on the piece of paper, it kind of gives them a context, as if they're kind of next to a bush. Or you could use blues as well to kind of suggest a sky. Okay, and there you have your starts for your blackberries.